Alright, what you see here is a Hampton Bay Gazebo Plus ceiling fan in the most commonly found white finish. I got this from Brandon C. Johnson about 3 years ago now, and this is the second fan I tested after moving into this apartment, or that I floor tested. And it's been a fan I've been always wanting to do a remake of at some point. It's been almost 3 years now, so I figured it's a good time to do it. And I have had a few people ask me to do a remake of this over the past few years too, so yeah. This fan came new in the box. Well, it didn't have the box when Brandon got it, but it was never used. So that's the reason why it's in such nice condition and it's not yellowed. Although there are instances where you find these in nice shape, mostly because they've been installed on it, like inside instead of being installed outside. So there's also that. But yeah, these are pretty big childhood fans for me. I remember seeing these in the Home Depot catalogs as a kid. I like the Gazebo 2, but I do like the original one more. Well, this is the Gazebo 2, then the one that's out now is the third one because it did have a Gazebo that was out in the 90s. It's almost exactly the same as this, except that it has a smaller switch housing. But yeah. These are one of Hampton Bay's better made fans. They're pretty decent air movers for being a home center fan. Yeah, this one is from, I think it's January of 2005. I had to go up and see the sticker. I know it's from sometime 2005. Yeah, everything you see on this fan is original to it. Yeah, it's a fan I definitely wouldn't mind installing somewhere. If it had like a sunroom, I'd probably put this in there. I'd probably prefer a Hunter one, like a Hunter fan, like the CEO or Marina out there. But I wouldn't mind having this either, just because it's a childhood fan and such. Oh, obviously I'd put the one that's the quietest out of all of them. But, I mean, it has these fake plastic looking, these fake wood grain blades, which is something I really like on outdoor fans. Gives a less plain look. I like it when they have the glossy blades, but I kind of like this too because it kind of gives it more, it makes it look less plain, I feel. And that's the Hampton Bay logo. Kind of find it interesting that despite this fan being from like the early 2000s, that a lot of the Hampton Bay fans from like the later 2000s, around the same time as this, used brass pull chains, and then some of the white ones like had used chrome ones, like this one for an example. I really found that a bit interesting. I mean, it was at the same old Willows where the Hampton Bay Island Hugger is right now, in the popcorn / ice cream place. There used to be a carpet patina one of these there from like 2002 or 2003, I think, up until like 2013, I'd want to say. It was like literally like, or like 2011 maybe, I'm not sure, 2012. It was like right before I started doing YouTube that they swapped it out. Which I don't know what would make them swap it out, except for the fact that it had issues, but I don't know. I felt like that was the best one they had. It could literally right next to the ocean, so I figured that they would hold up better and such. But before that, there was like some Hampton Bay grating, I think. It was something like that. Yeah, I don't even know if it was grating, but I've seen the white ones quite a bit as a kid, like on people's patios and such. And there's a place in Boston. It's like where you get like a government building that has 3 of these about the white. They're still there to this day, but I just haven't been there in years. But yeah. I do want to find one of these in the other finishes, verde and carpet patina. The verde one's definitely the hardest one to find, since they only sold them for 1 year, which was 2001, the year that they introduced this model. But yeah, let me go ahead and show it with the white. As you can see, it does work. I am using 2 LED light bulbs in it. Alright, let me shut off the lights around me to give it a test on like how well it lights up the space. Overall, not too bad. I feel like for a kitchen space, this wouldn't be bad, but with the kitchen I'm in this apartment, I definitely would want more lighting in this. Speaking of which, actually, yeah, there's that church that the parish office actually no, it's the priest like house, I think it is. On a deck here, there's like a sunroom. They have one of these installed there. Did a video of it years ago. And Yeah. So let me go ahead and start the fan off on low. Yeah, a lot of these you tend to see with like yellow blades if they were installed in like an outdoor area due to like a lot of outdoor fans, the blades will tend to yellow after a while, depending on when they're installed. That is, but if you don't have it on location, if it's like an area that has like a lot of pollen, that will definitely do it. And that's the reason, like, if I was to install a fan outside, I'd probably most likely wouldn't install a white fan for that exact reason. I'd probably do like a black finish or something. Even though I feel like white fans look the nicest outside, that's just my personal opinion. It's just the white blades, they do yellow after a bit. Well, it also does depend where you if it's like an area that has a lot of pollen and such. Like there's the Hampton, not the Hampton Bay, the Hunter Marina that's outside on that porch. It's like literally 3 minutes away from my apartment. That's been there for a while, and the blades aren't even yellowed on it, so that's a good example of fans not always getting yellowed outside if they're in a white finish. Well, it's definitely not like as clean as looking as this, but it's not like extremely yellowed like a lot of them tend to be. Show out the light. And there's also my dad's godparents' house that has one of these in the sunroom. And there was also the diner that I filmed that has two Hampton Bay Industrials at right now. I remember before they actually used to have two of these there. But yeah, that place always would swap out fans like almost every other year before, because they always had like issues of fans like getting too dirty there and such. They had like a Pro Line 2s before, they had Gazebo pluses, they had some other things too, and then they ended up getting their Hampton Bay Industrials, and they haven't swapped those out since. I always feel like that these type of fans look really nice in diners. I don't know what it is. Even like a seafood restaurant, I think these look pretty nice in too. All right. Shut it off and do spin down. I'm not shut off, I'm just gonna move it up to medium. Oh, I'm already at 8 minutes. I'll try to speed it up a bit. Interestingly enough, though, this fan has a pretty decent spin down on a fan that's basically not really used much except for testing purposes. I'm not sure if Brandon ran this fan for quite a bit after having it on his test mount just to let the bearings break in. If not, then definitely has a pretty good spin down for a fan that I feel like the bearings might not be broken in on this fan. I feel like they might be. I'm not 100% sure. The only time I've ever tested it is like now, like in a few previous video I just did a fit without the switch cap, with the switch cap, and back when I tested it a few years ago, and then when Brandon got it and tested it for himself. Yeah, moved some good air on medium. So it's honestly a good enough air move. I'd consider installing it somewhere, but I'll have to prefer something better quality. Like even in a guest room, I feel like this one would be a bad fan to use in a space like that. Yeah, I feel like these were definitely really good, pretty good fans that you can buy at a home center back in the day when these were still being sold. I've been hearing that the newer ones that they make aren't as good as these ones, but I've never gotten around to testing one, so I can't really put my opinion on that. Now let's go ahead and move it up to high speed. That should be mean to kind of put this back up for a remake for quite some time now, but I couldn't find the original screws to attach the blades to the blade arms. So I just basically had to steal some screws from a different Hampton Bay fan. I forget which one it was. And I just got some washers to hold down the blades and such. So I would have had this actually filmed even like last year and such, toward like the end of 2018. But I just figured let me just film the other stuff for the time being. And also just to get some fans up that I haven't gone around to testing before, like the low profile too, while testing it here and such. But yeah, it definitely moves good air on high speed. For a Hampton Bay fan nowadays, I mean, I'd say like for me, it's good enough to like, I wouldn't mind having this installed. It moves enough air, but I'd honestly prefer something more powerful. But it's good enough to get the job done. So like for me, it's good enough for me to install somewhere like on a sunroom or something. I'd even consider like if I had like a large bathroom, I'd even put this in like a bathroom, honestly. Alright, we're gonna pause so you can hear the air movement. Show up the light. Spin down on this fan's about like a good 3 minutes at the most, I'd say. But that's just from what I'm guessing. It's definitely a few minutes, so I feel like it's 3 minutes at the most. Honestly, testing this one, seeing this light on, it kind of gets me in the mood to test other outdoor fans with this type of light, just because it's like summertime almost. Shut it off. I'm gonna do spin down now, and I'm gonna wait for the fan to stop spinning down before I reverse this, because it's kind of, I don't want to accidentally hit the blades and affect the spin down. But the light getting in the way kind of make it a little bit trickier to like reverse it and not hit the blade arms. But yeah, just for those who didn't like see earlier, like when I showed the YouTube, like if you didn't pay too much attention, like when I showed you a listing, with this being a wet rated fan, or damp rated one, I'd say more. So I'm not 100% sure, but if it's like an outdoor fan, basically they don't have like vents on the top of the motor housing, just to like if there was like a leakage, the water won't get inside the motor and such. You know, reverse switch, also you can see it's kind of sealed off. Not all outdoor fans have that, but a lot of them do. The pull chain, like things that kind of like cover, they're a little bit different. Not all outdoor fans have that too, but yeah, yeah, it's definitely a good outdoor fan. Definitely would do the job. Also, there's something you could put like definitely something better, like a Casablanca Veranda, Hunter Original. But me, like this is just for me though, but I prefer not to put something of that quality out there, just because I'd rather have something that's like, if I had like a used one of these, for an example, that was like a little bit more worn out, I wouldn't mind putting that outside. This one I wouldn't, because it's like in really nice condition. Same with the 42-inch one that I have. So I'd usually like to keep those in good shape. Like I'd rather keep that in like an indoor space. Since usually sometimes when you find outdoor fans in a white finish, and if they've been outside, sometimes you don't find them in the best condition and such, finish wise. So yeah. I kind of wish when they made the 42-inch one of these back in the early 2000s, that they had like a smaller version of this. Like I think that would look pretty cool on it. But I mean, this would. I feel like this would look fine on it. I think it would just look a little bit too big though. Kind of wish that this had the box on when I got it, when Brandon had it. But I mean, the fan's in good shape, though, at least, so it's not a big deal. And this fan, I do have the download for it. Just since I'm testing down here in the basement, sometimes I don't like. It'll be like a few days or so. I don't come down here. I didn't want it to hang too low and like someone hits the light or something like that and it shatters. Unless it's a fan that I can't flush mount, I usually will just leave it with the download on it. And it's also, if it's like a 52-inch fan and it's on down, I usually try to keep it out of clearance so it doesn't hang down too low. We have to come to a complete stop. Now for reverse. Like the ceilings are like a little bit higher. Like if this beam that I had the fan on was like up to like where the actual like floor would be, basically above like the other beams, like I would have them on it down on then. But this is like the lowest beam down here, so and it's also the only one where I'd be able to fit a fan in this spot right here. So that's the other reason why I have them flush mounted basically. Kind of surprised that they never made these in like a blackish finish. Although I feel like black outdoor fans weren't really that big back then, like they are now. I mean, I know like the Hunter made like a black sea air, and that's like the only black outdoor fans I can remember from back then. That's medium. Yeah, but when Brandon did a video of this originally, he had it on a hang through due to the fact that the mounting bracket on this was like attached, like it was like stuck with the canopy, and he didn't want to risk breaking it. But I was able to figure out a way to loosen it up not too long ago. So yeah, that's basically the reason why. But why he had it on the hang through for those who are wondering. Show it to white quickly. It was a good job on reverse. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, almost every fan I have that I put on reverse that wobbles, it wobbles a lot more on reverse than it would like on downdraft. I don't know why. So like that with every single fan. If they wobble a little bit, or almost not even at all on downdraft, they wobble on reverse. Alright, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.